It's 1 a.m. I cannot sleep. I need to check some more things about Bart. Let's go together. So, the first thing I want to do, I'm sorry, I just need my big screen, so this is why you're looking at my profile, which is not my best profile. Anyhow, I just want to see what do they say when we Google Bart. So it says, try Bart, an AI experiment by Google. Bart is your creative and helpful collaborator to supercharge your imagination, boost productivity, and bring ideas to life. So, one idea that a friend of mine gave me was because I just wanted to research the different features that Bart has and what are the differences between Bart and ChatGPT, and also to figure out what kind of features Bart specifically has. I just wanted to test it out, and then a friend of mine was like, well, just ask Bart. Duh. So, what kind of features do you have that are useful for the user? I don't know, just a random question just to start the communication, just to ease in. So I have a variety of features that can be useful for users, including I can generate text. Okay, write different kinds of creative content, answer questions. I will try my best to follow your instructions and complete your requests thoughtfully. I will use my knowledge to answer your questions. I can access and process information from the real world through Google search and keep my responses consistent with search results. This means that I can provide you with up-to-date information on a variety of topics, including current events. I'm so worried about that. Like, extremely worried. We're gonna get to that later, but I'm objective and unbiased in my responses. That's interesting. This means that I will not try to promote any particular viewpoint or agenda. That's interesting. I'm not gonna ask any political questions because honestly I'm afraid, but that would be interesting. I'm respectful of all users. I will avoid making discriminatory or offensive statements. Okay, we don't want you to do that anyways, guys. Please don't. Like, please don't. But let's see what are the differences between Bart and ChatGPT. Can you list the different features in a table? Okay, I'm really curious about what it's gonna say. I actually tried it out earlier, but I didn't ask about the table. And also, sure, here's the table. Okay, so on one hand, the feature of data source in BART is data chosen to enhance its dialogue and has access to the internet in real time. ChatGPT is predefined set of data that hasn't been updated since 2021. I'm really worried. Access to the internet, yes. For ChatGPT, no. Oh my god. Okay, so access to the internet, honestly, for me, it's kind of a super scary topic, honestly, because a few days ago we had a dinner with a few friends that we actually try to make dinners on certain topics, and one of us who has researched the most on that topic does a little presentation in the beginning. So a few days back the topic was AI, and the general feeling and idea about the meeting was we have our last summer basically, so we should enjoy life. I don't think that life and that AI is gonna be such a problem so soon, but if we are not careful, the alignment between a super powerful, super intelligent thing as a super intelligent AI and alignment with the goals of people can be kind of a tricky business that a lot of people who are into AI and into technologies, you can listen to those podcasts, they're super interesting. They are also worried about that. So, actually, one of the podcasts that I listened to, and I could give you some links if you're interested, is that they're explaining that one of the biggest problems that we can make concerning AI is that we can give it access to real live data, which is the internet. And as we see, we already have it. It's like I'm really nervous talking about it. The other thing is to make it understand human behavior, which in a sense, having the algorithms of social media and understanding what we like, what we don't like, our behaviors, our patterns. This is already understanding human behavior, so we kind of failed there. And in general, when you have big companies competing between each other, they normally want to be ahead of one another. And in a scenario where a super intelligent AI makes humanity distinct, is a game where everybody loses, basically. So competition is not great. On the other hand, ChatGPT was like the big thing that everybody was talking about, and now Bard is out and it has access to the internet and it has some nice features that I actually talked about in my previous video that ChatGPT doesn't already have. Whew, we are in the competitive game, or at least big companies that are working on it are. So I'm sorry about that. That's a big bracket that I opened here, but I'm really worried about it. The positive note actually on our dinner was that a lot of human problems can be solved with AI. Of course, it can be used for great things. The idea is that whether we are gonna be able to keeping it in control and aligned with us, or all of a sudden it can go out and do whatever. I really hope that both OpenAI, that are the creators of ChatGPT, and Google, that are the creators of Bard, and the other big companies that are working on it, are having that information and having it in mind like all the time. What were I saying? Honestly. So the idea is that many of the humanity problems will be solved, and the trajectory of the future can look like that, like really upwards, solving lots of problems. And then if we're not really careful, then it can go down like really fast. So let's continue with the comparison. Formatting options: more diverse for Bard, and for ChatGPT they're less diverse. Okay, readability better for Bard and worse for ChatGPT. Okay, ability to answer questions better for Bard and worse for ChatGPT. How is that not subjective? I don't understand the objective factors here. Ability to generate creative content better for Bard and worse for ChatGPT. Ability to learn and adapt. Okay, so more respectful, and ChatGPT is less respectful. Okay, so okay, what is ChatGPT better than Bard? Is that a right question? I wrote it anyways. It's supposed to understand what I'm trying to ask anyway. So ChatGPT is better than BART in a few areas. Okay, is more efficient at generating and summarizing text requests. Text requests. This is because ChatGPT is trained on a larger data set of text than BART. That's interesting. ChatGPT is better at generating creative content. This is because ChatGPT is trained on a dataset of text that includes creative content such as poems, stories, and scripts. Okay, ChatGPT is more affordable. It's available. ChatGPT is available for free, while BART is only available for a fee. However, BART is better than ChatGPT in a few areas. Oh, you had to mention it. It's more accurate in answering questions, it's more respectful. What is the fee of BART and how come I'm using it for free? I don't understand. There is no fee for using BART. BART is still under development, and Google is currently offering it for free to the public. However, it is possible that Google will charge a fee for BART in the future. Currently, BART is only available to a limited number of users. Okay, that's super interesting. And one of the interesting things is that it actually says that right now, BART is only available for a fee, which then it answers differently and it says there is no fee for using BART, but maybe there will be a fee in the future. So it's a little bit messed up, right? So what are the best features of BART we should know about? Okay, I didn't write about correctly, as you can see, but BART has a lot of great features, but here are a few of the best. You can access and process information from the real world, okay, can generate text, translate, generate different creative text formats of text like poems, code, scripts, okay. BART can learn and adapt to new information in situations, can improve its performance over time and become more helpful to users, objective and unbiased in its responses. Okay, so it says it can generate code. Of course, ChatGPT can do that as well. I'm a little worried about whether it really generates code or it's actually using and taking bits of code from here and there. So I'm gonna ask here, can you generate me a code for a landing page? I can upload on a WordPress website because I create WordPress websites and I was used to not writing WordPress with capital W, capital P, and one of my colleagues was like, well, but you have to write it in the proper way. So now I'm really making sure I do. So here's a code. Okay, I didn't give any information that is important, but there is something important here that we can check out, and I think we should use code with caution. And then it says learn more. So we have to learn more. So can BART help with coding? It says yes, BART can help with coding and topics about coding, but BART is still experimental and you are responsible for your use of code or coding explanations. So you should use discretion and carefully test and review all code for errors, bugs, and vulnerabilities before relying on it. So this is very important. They're actually saying that you can create more problems than solve in a way using the code right away, and vulnerabilities could be little strings of code that can actually make your website vulnerable or To say it in a simple words, hackable or straight away hacked. So actually, yeah, every time that you Google or you search for code on or you use something that you don't know, you should really focus on learning more and understanding more and be really more careful, because hacks are something that are generally lately very popular, unfortunately, and we really need to take precaution. Code may also be subject to an open source license, and BART provides related information. Okay, so one of the things I like as well, we're going back to the BART, is that it gives you the sources right away, which with ChatGPT, you can ask for the sources late. Until now, I've never seen it giving it right away before asking. So in this case, I really like that part, because you can actually open the websites and see where that code has come from. Because let's make it clear for now, at least what we know and what I've checked with my other videos. Like, for example, I generate a text from ChatGPT and then I tested whether it's AI generated. There's an AI tool that you can test actually whether your text has been AI generated or is human generated, and it gave me like a huge percent, like 99% human generated. And then I was like, but I just generated with ChatGPT, so what is going on? So what I decided to do is check it for plagiarism, and there it was. So we should take precaution, and the cool thing is that we can actually check the resources here. If I say, write me a poem about AI and the future in, I don't know, 500 words, is that a lot for a poem? No idea, let's see. I'm really a little worried about the topic that I asked. So the future of AI. The future of AI is a mystery, a question that we all ponder. Will it be our friend or our enemy? Will it help us or destroy us? Oh my God, gosh, guys, I'm getting goosebumps. Only time will tell, but one thing is for sure: AI is here to stay. It is already being used in our lives in ways that we may not even realize. Oh my God. It is helping us to do things that were once impossible, and it is only going to get better. So, what does the future hold for AI? That is a question that we can only speculate on. But one thing is for sure: it is going to change the world. And then we have the list of benefits of AI and the risks of AI. The benefits: diagnose diseases more accurately than doctors, drive cars without human intervention, create art and music indistinguishable from human made creations, translate languages in real time, write code and design software, and much more. I'm getting anxiety. The risks of AI. Of course, there are also risks. Some people worry that AI could become so intelligent that it will surpass human intelligence. I think that's kind of a given in a way, and that it could pose a threat to humanity. Others worry that AI could be used to create autonomous weapons that could kill without human intervention. Okay, I just. The choice is yours. The future of AI is up to us. The future of AI is up to us. We can choose to use it for good or for evil. Please be kind. That's from me. We can choose to make the world a better place. We can choose to destroy ourselves. The choice is yours. Let us choose wisely. Okay, that poem just creeps me out, but now I'm gonna copy it and go to search for AI to recognize if text is generated by an AI or a human. GPT-0 is an AI text analyzer tool. Computer set. Okay, AI content detector. That seems like straight what I need. So, okay, let's check the poem. If that creepy poem was actually written by somebody else, or is it actually written by an AI? Okay, while I'm waiting, I'm just gonna open plagiarism tool. Grammarly. Okay, let's check Grammarly. Oh, that takes a lot of time. And it's interesting because it says that it can give you examples of whether it's AI plus human, whether it's GPT-4 or ChatGPT or human. Okay, why it takes so much time? Let's check for plagiarism in the meantime. Scan for plagiarism. Sufficient plagiarism found. Okay, so it has a problem with the spelling.
The effect. Okay, punctuation. Morning and has a space and then the full stop. It may happen that we need to decide tomorrow. It may need. Okay. 6 inconsistencies in spelling and punctuation. Okay.
But it says that sufficient plagiarism was found. Which honestly makes me feel better because I was so worried that this was generated like right now by the part itself. So if it's plagiarism, that means probably that somebody somewhere in the internet space has written some parts of that poem and an explanation. I don't know whether that's gonna work. Is it gonna work? What?
It's happening copy leaks. The only enterprise AI content detection solution.
Should I refresh the page? What do you think? I will. I'm just gonna copy a smaller part of the text, okay? I'm worried that I'm just gonna copy the part that seems like it should be the poem, but then it goes like the benefits and the risks in partially poem way. Okay, let's try with less text. Oh, it's asking me now if I'm a human. This is human text. How come? Anyways, I'm not gonna look for it. The AI content detector says it's human, and Grammarly says it's plagiarism, which would mean that this is a human and this is a good analysis of the situation that I actually tried to put here for you in this video. So I think it's enough for now. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you have any requests or questions or what is interesting for you for my next video. And as I mentioned before, we went on a road trip in Europe for 1 month. I have videos for that every week for the next many weeks to come. Also, I have few videos about analyzing websites and tips about websites because this is what I do. So I hope that was interesting for you and see you next time.